merry meet. I am right here. I am the shady, creepy shade here. This is Jenny from Jenny Demonic. I'm just having everything set up to explain a few things for you. I don't mean to be Albert Hitchcock. I know that can sound a little weird because that's how he used to do things. We had shades, remember? But that's not the case. How are all of you doing? I mean, it's been hard for all of us. Before starting and getting into the content of the video, I would like to thank all our new clients and old clients and all of those who have stuck with us. And I would like to just express my condolences and my pain inside for all of those who have lost their family members during the COVID-19 pandemic. And on behalf of our Coven, I would like to say that our thoughts and prayers and hearts are with Italy, with Spain, with France, with Germany, with the UK, with China, with South Korea, with Japan, with the US, and in particular with the New York State and all the other areas that were affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. I would like to also say that we are with all of those who have lost their jobs and have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. And lastly, but not less important, I would like to say on behalf of our Coven that we are with the family of George Floyd. Our thoughts and prayers and hearts are with them and the people of Minneapolis and all of those who support the cause of equality and justice in America. Having said that, welcome to all. Today we're going to talk about what to expect from your spell. So it's very important because whether you hire us or you do it yourself, you have to have certain expectations about your spell. Now, we did a video a few months ago, and maybe more so last year, and you should, I'm gonna put the video like below in the explanation space. That video actually tells you when spells work and when they don't work. I think it's a refresher, and I think some of you really need to watch that. And also, when you're casting a spell, there are 3 things that you need to be very mindful of. You need to, 1, be realistic. You need to, 2, be patient. And 3, be open. So be realistic about your spell. Be patient about your spell. Be open about your spell. What do we mean by be realistic? So we got a lot of people over time, a few of them actually recently, who have said to us, Jen, I would like to place a love spell. This is the date of birth, this is the full name, and this is the picture, and lo and behold, it was a celebrity. So folks, you need to be realistic about the people that you feel you want to place a spell on. If you're going to ask us to cast a spell, let's just put a name out there, Tom Hanks. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work because he's not in the sphere of your surrounding field. You are not in the sphere of his surrounding field. There is a surrounding field that a serious spellcaster have to go and interfere with, and those who have had spells from us, they know that because they feel us when we cast, because they feel their surrounding field and they start feeling that there's something going on around them. And that cannot be done on someone that you've never met. It's just not happening. So be realistic means, let's not just go overboard there. Politicians, celebrities, sports people, Yeah, you can do it on your own, but as far as coming to us with those requests, we will have to decline. Also, another important thing, we've had clients over time that says, I met this person, and they don't say where. I met this person, and let's say I live in Louisiana. I'm just giving examples here. And this person lives in Iowa. Yeah, I'm just putting two distances. And then they say we met online. So meaning you've never met this person face to face. That is really not going to happen, folks. I hate to break it to you. That is really not going to happen. First of all, you don't really know if that person that you met online lives in Iowa, as he or she is saying. It could be a Nigerian scam. No offense to Nigeria, but it's out there. It could be somebody that lives in a different part of the world. It could be that the picture that you see on that profile is not even belonging to that person. So we've had people who have requested spells on people they met online, and we didn't know. They told us later, and obviously it didn't have the outcome that they expected because they're not in their surrounding field. If you meet someone online, my advice would be try to meet that person in person before you start any work on your own, or through us or through another caster. But you need to establish some sort of connection with this person in real life. And that is very important. There are some casters, not in our coven, but there are some casters, very powerful, who use the techniques of morphic field to connect two people together. And if you tell those casters that you don't live, for example, in the same country where your target is, they won't even cast for you. They will say, we can do this. And that brings me to the third point. If you live in, let's say, Canada, and the person you're trying to connect lives in Germany, that is going to be really, really hard. You can try all you want, but again, it's a matter of connecting two surrounding fields. And quite honestly, when we do a demonic spell, some spirits that we work with, they will say this isn't going to happen. That's just it. It happens very rarely, but we do get those messages sometimes. So be realistic is something that you have to keep in mind. Know the person. You have to have met the person. This is more towards love spell than negative spells, because usually people who order negative spells such as revenge spells, doom spells, they know the person, they already have a reason for ordering what they're ordering. So that's usually not an issue with people who order negative spells, more on people who are working on love spells. The second one is be patient. We have clients that they order from us, and 2 days later they send any updates, and 2 days more any updates, and 4 days more any updates. Dude, if the spell is 3 weeks, are we supposed to have 10 emails every 2 days to know any updates? I mean, if you're doing that, you're really blocking your own spell. Even if you do it at home, are you gonna check your candle every 30 seconds? I hope not, because that you're sending vibrations to your candle that is basically telling, don't work for me, don't work. My anxiety is telling you to not work. And the universe delivers. It says, well, if you're telling me not to work, I won't work on it. So you have to be careful not to be your own obstacle when it comes to spells. Do not be so anxious. Do not be so, oh my God, I did this and 10 days ago and it didn't work. that's not even a way. If you have to do that, don't do it at all. That's not, it's like, imagine when you, spells are like, we see it like treatment, but that, we can say it's like baking a cake, right? You have never baked a cake before, and you decide to bake a cake. Is it gonna be perfect the first time? Probably no. Probably you have to rebake the cake and says, oh, okay, so this time there wasn't enough sugar. This time I could have put one more egg. This time I should have put more vanilla or more chocolate. So you learn as you go, and you adjust as you go. And so this time I did this spell and this person called me, but that's not exactly what I was waiting for. If I do it again, let's see if this person can call me and see me. Okay, so I do it and I see that the person calls me and sees me. So let's see if with the third try we can get this person to come to me. People, it's really gradual. I want you to get into the mindset of being patient with your work, and be open. Be open for signs. Be open for things that can come to you of all sorts. And this is, if you see that that's a negative sign. So I put a spell and this person hasn't called me. Maybe this is not the spell for me. Let's be open to try something else. Maybe if I did a come to me, maybe this is not for me. Maybe we can try an Adam and Eve. We can try something else that does work better for me. Every surrounding field is different. Now, I want to touch upon this because this is really a big deal. Now, some of our clients, not a lot, some of our clients says, is there any progress on our spells? Is there anything that I should know about the spell that you just cast? Okay, people, if your spell in the description says that there is a report, it's because we're doing a spell that is hoodoo. In which case, if you get a report because the spell tells you that there is a report might be out in 2 to 3 weeks and sometimes 4 weeks if we are swamped. A report will tell you what we read about your spell and whether we feel that spell has attached to your target or not. But please don't email us 10 times in 2 weeks to know if your report is out. When your report is out, it'll be sent to you. Now, if you're ordering a demonic spell, there is no report. So we want to make sure that you check the description of the spell, and that you know whether you get a report or nothing at all. When it's demonic, we don't give a report because we cannot say, hey, excuse me, spirit, could you give us a report on how this person is going to call the other person? It's not going to happen, right? Sometimes we use fire, sometimes we use other techniques that will not give us a reading that you will have in hoodoo. Yet you will feel it because demonic spells and defreezer spells are much faster than the hoodoo ones. But this should be a video of its own. So I'm going to leave you with that. And then in the next video, which I will make right after, actually, we're going to talk about more about the difference between spells with report and spells without report. We're going to talk about defreezers, sex spells, and more. Thank you for watching. See you soon.